My first question is, what have you been up to this summer? I know you just went to Pittsburgh recently, so what else have you been up to?
So I actually am interning here in Pittsburgh. So I got to move here. I've been here about 4 weeks. So I work at Super and Associates. It's as a commercial lines intern, so kind of in sales, surety bonds. It's kind of hard to explain, but I'm still learning it myself. But definitely like getting to know the city. I also am just starting to be able to lift the team because I just had my physical. So that's really cool. Coaches are awesome. I got to go out to lunch with them. So just meeting everyone and really just being in the city.
Very cool. So, um, I don't know if this is weird or not, but I did check out your LinkedIn and I did see what you were talking about with your what you're doing now, and I saw that you had done some work in kind of like law enforcement field area in the past.
Yeah, so I majored in criminology and sociology uh, at Virginia Tech and just decided that I wanted to take a different career path. My brother just got into this field as long as I also been an underwriter. So I kind of just thought I would be more successful with all the skills I've attained over the years, especially with being a captain at Virginia Tech and meeting different people. So I decided to get my master's in the business program here and really just feeling it out. So see, so far it's going pretty well and I really like it.
Awesome, awesome. Um, so it is the off season. I was curious, how do you normally spend your off season since you are like one of the best players in the country? Do you take a few weeks off or do you always have a stick in your hand? What is your approach to each off season?
So usually I'm always getting out there. Usually I'm practicing with my dad. He loves coming out there, just helping me feed the ball so I can take some shots. Sometimes some 1v1s against him. Um, but since my knee was kind of messed up a little bit at the end of the season, I took about a month off of really hard training. But now I'm definitely ramping it up. Definitely, and I got invited to the USA 66 League tryouts, so I'm actually going there Monday. So I've been picking my stick up a little bit more, but I definitely take a break off because I think it is needed after the season, physically and just like mentally getting ready for next season. I think the time is important to take off, but I definitely always have a stick in my hand at least 2 times a week and then ramp up towards the end.
Awesome. So you just kind of mentioned it. I was going to get to it later, but how is your health? I know you're kind of beat up during the season, and so yeah, how is your health right now?
Yeah, so I definitely get knocked down a lot in the season. The knee injury was really hard to come back from, but I think I definitely grew in different areas that I didn't think I would ever grow. But physically, I'm feeling a lot stronger. I've been focusing on the physical therapy towards my quad and hamstring muscles, which is really important. Um, just following other people's journeys too. Definitely been able to help myself. I think it's now more of a mental aspect of getting back and just being like you're ready. So the whole season I didn't feel strong or confident about it, but taking that time off has definitely helped. So I guess I'll find out Monday when I'm at how it's doing.
Awesome, awesome. So, I feel like just from a fan's point of view, whenever I watch you, I feel like your style is a little bit different from everyone else's. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I definitely would. I think my first step is definitely quicker than a lot of people's, but I think my stuff so is less fancy maybe.
Mhm.
I don't really know how to explain it, but I definitely see a difference in styles with those top players.
All right, so yeah, continue on with that. Whenever I watch you, it just seems like everything's a little bit different, especially with your jump shots and kind of the sidearm release. How did you kind of develop this style to get where you are now?
I was never really taught any of it. I just like alley oop shots right up close to the goalie. So being in college, obviously defenders are a lot better. So I was still able to do those jump shots, but from further out and doing those sidearms, I think that just kind of clicked as well. So it was just kind of what worked for me best, and it was going in. So I definitely just practiced that.
All right, awesome. Um, so you are transferring. Why did you choose Pitt over every other school? Obviously, you are a really good player, so I'm sure you had your options. Why Pitt?
So I was definitely looking for a change of scenery. I actually looked at Pitt before going to Virginia Tech, but I saw that they were building a lacrosse program by the time I'd be graduating Virginia Tech. So it was kind of a bummer. But then, of course, getting this extra year eligibility opened that door. And I really was looking for a city. I heard amazing things about the coaches, and that kind of really sold me, having them be so supportive and excited to have me here and help build their program and their culture kind of drove me towards Pitt. So it was always definitely my top three. And then I just visited in the winter and it sold me. I love it here so far, and it's definitely living up to everything I thought it would be.
Awesome. So,
And I guess
oh, sorry,
oh,
go ahead.
sorry. I think just also the startup. I guess Virginia Tech was um, kind of building when I was there, and I think it's cool to be a part of a program that could be so successful with being the ACC and having those coaches and everything they have. I think the program is going to be really great, and I kind of wanted to be a part of that.
Awesome. So you said you visited in the winter. Did you know you were going to be transferring going into last season?
Yes, I definitely wanted to head out, even though I love Virginia Tech. Everything about it was awesome. The people there are great. But I definitely wanted to, I guess, for a fifth year, just find something new, experience something new. I definitely like to go different places. So this is a perfect opportunity and something completely different.
Awesome, awesome. Um, so you kind of mentioned that you have one extra year of eligibility. What are your hopes and expectations for the 1 year at Pitt? Because it is a brand new program. It is in the ACC, and not to compare it to any other new programs, but Louisville, you could see how long it took them just to get an ACC win. So what are
Yeah.
your expectations for your one season at Pitt?
I definitely have some big expectations just with the coaches and the girls getting that year of just practicing, especially with the transfers coming in. We are getting those experienced ACC players from Syracuse, Virginia, Virginia Tech. Um, so I guess having them as leaders as well is going to help us maybe get those wins earlier. But I do know how competitive the ACC is. It's definitely one of the hardest leagues out there.
When you look back at your 4 years at Virginia Tech, you did a lot of great things. Obviously, multiple-time All-American, All-ACC player. What are you most proud of, whether that's individually or collectively as a team?
Probably as a team is just we had a really tough year last year, especially this year was a little tough, the losing and everything. So I'm just really proud of my team and just for all the girls staying strong, and we've always been super close.
Mm-hmm.
So just sticking it out together. I guess like a goal that we did was probably freshman year when we killed it that year, made program history. It was awesome to be part of that. But also very difficult being a part of a team that wasn't winning as. So I was just really proud of how we're able to stick together and be there for each other.
All right. Just one more question about last year. You kind of talked about it was a really tough year. Y'all had a lot of players missing games because of COVID, and then you were injured, obviously. I know, I think it was during one of the ACC tournament games, they had a quote from your head coach, and he was like, I've never been more proud of a team, even though we've really struggled. Was that kind of a collective feeling that you were all happy that y'all did stay together and kept competing, even though it was a super tough year and you weren't winning as much as you wanted to?
Yeah, we were definitely just happy to be out there. Losing is definitely hard, but just all of us sticking together and like learning from every single loss, how we can get better and how we can grow as a team and the culture definitely helped. And I think we were all on the same page with that.
Awesome, awesome. So let's see. So you have 1 year left. Do you see yourself staying involved with the sport after you graduate, or do you see yourself kind of just closing this chapter and going on to the next?
Um, I would absolutely love to be involved in it as much as I can. I don't know how yet. I definitely want to have a career, but I love lacrosse. So if an opportunity comes up, I would definitely like to continue that career in some aspects. I would love to still play after I graduate, but I guess that's all in is unknown right now of
Mhm.
what is to come, but hopefully.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, so we talked about lacrosse. I had a few questions that aren't related to lacrosse, just because I feel like not enough is made about athletes like off the field, especially with women's lacrosse based on the coverage. So I was wondering, what is Paige Petty passionate about outside of lacrosse?
Mm, that's a good one.
Thank you, thank
I
you.
guess I'm very no, that's very good. I'm trying to think what I'm most passionate about. Probably family and just kind of being with my family's all from New Jersey and New York. So every time I get the chance, I'm very passionate about being with my family and I guess having them always come visit. I'm very close with my brothers and my mom and dad. And I have a huge extended family. So I think I'm very passionate about family aspect. And just every year, me and my cousins are always planning trips as much as we can because we're all spread out everywhere. So yeah, that I'd be very passionate about. And I really like, I guess, hiking and like kind of going on different trails and stuff.
All right, very cool. Do you have a favorite song right now?
Ooh, oh, probably the new song by Ed Sheeran. I forget what it's called, but I was listening it this morning actually, and it was so good.
All
I
right,
don't know if you know what it is.
I have heard it. Yes,
I forget the name of it, but that song's really good.
yeah, he's pretty good. Let's see. So you just talked about your family. Did that play a part in you choosing to go back up north as opposed to staying down
Yeah,
south for your extra year?
yes, actually, I definitely want to north. Um, Virginia Tech again was awesome, but I was definitely looking to get back more closer to my family, even though it's still about 5 hours from my house. It's a little bit better, and just being in the north, I think, helps mentally.
Mhm. Oh, sorry, my
Thank
screen
you for
froze.
me.
Sorry.
You're fine.
um, so you mentioned that you are from New Jersey, which I've read online is evidently the diner capital of the world. Is that accurate?
Is the what? Sorry,
The diner capital of the world. Is that accurate?
like diners.
Yes.
There are really good diners, and there's one that's my favorite place to go in New Jersey. It's called Time to Eat, but I'm not sure that's a cool fact though.
Yeah, that's what Google told me, so it might be a lie, it might be half true. I don't know.
Yeah.
So just kind of a fun question. What's your go-to diner and what is your meal at that diner?
All right. So my go-to is Time to Eat. I'm also celiac, so I can't get any of the really good meals, I guess, with all the gluten in it. But probably my go-to would be chicken wings. It's my favorite food. The buffalo chicken wings they're really good.
Awesome, awesome. So you wore 26 at VT.
Yeah.
What number are you planning on wearing at Pittsburgh?
So I haven't been told my number, but I definitely asked for I like even numbers, so I asked for 26 first because it's my favorite number. Either that or any other even number. I pretty much said.
Is that like are you superstitious or something, or what is that about?
Yeah, definitely superstitious. Um, I just definitely can't do. I don't know why. I just don't like odd numbers.
Fair, fair.
A little OCD in there.
Do you have any like game day superstitions or no?
I have to make sure my shoes are tied exactly the same way as every game, and my hair is done like perfect.
Interesting, interesting. All right, well, I guess it's working because you're really good. So,
I guess in the game too, I have to tap my stick on On the circle, I have to make sure it's going the way I want the ball to go is where I tap my stick.
Awesome, awesome, very cool. Next time you play, I'll definitely be looking for that.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, but yeah, I have to make sure.
Awesome. I get my last question is, you've obviously been playing lacrosse for a long time. It's been a big part of your life. What has lacrosse kind of taught you about life, that you wouldn't have got if it wasn't for lacrosse?
I definitely think it has taught me. Oh, I'm sorry. Um, I had to go outside of my office just to get some privacy for this call.
Oh, it's all good.
But
Thank you for that.
lacrosse, yeah, lacrosse has taught me most of my life lessons. I feel like it shows me how hard you have to work to get things that you want or goals that you set for yourself. Um, I went into college just being like, me and my dad were like, oh, I hope you get some playing time. Like, he's like, I'm not sure Paige is going to do too well with all the cheers because I'm definitely more of a quieter person. If I didn't get in much, I was definitely still do my best cheering, but I'm definitely
Mhm.
not the loudest girl out there. But I went in and it was like, oh, wow, I can compete with everyone. Like, and then I had the season I had, and then it's still hard for me to realize that I am that good. So
Mhm.
confidence building lacrosse has definitely taught me that you have to believe in yourself if you want to do these things. Um, and I guess like any boss I get in the world, like I'll definitely be able to work with them and get through any teamwork that you have to do with um, your employees as well as other clients. So I definitely think in a sales aspect, I definitely think it's been helping me, especially with this internship. It's really cool to collide with different people that come from different backgrounds.
Awesome, awesome. Well, yeah, if you ever had any bad coaches, which I'm sure you have if you played for this long, I'm sure dealing with a boss will be super easy.